We talked about the curve going up from the 70s. I mean, you always refer back to how the Isle of Man was. We hit a peak. Where's the trough, do you think?
Well, it's difficult to say. I mean, we mustn't lose sight of the fact that the underlying situation in the Manx economy is still relatively strong. We're still growing, not perhaps at the level we were a few years ago when we had nearly double-digit growth, but we're still growing in the region of 2 to 3%. We're not likely to see those high levels of growth again for quite some time, I think, so it'll be a struggle to keep the island in growth.
Will we go into a recession, do you think, then, now?
Elements of the local economy undoubtedly are already in recession. The overall economy, though, is still growing by about 2%, we think, at present. So the real challenge for government at the present, and indeed the people of the island, is to refocus on the core challenge the Isle of Man is facing at the moment, which is to generate new investment, new employment opportunities, new opportunities for economic growth. That has to be absolutely paramount in everything government does, and we mustn't be distracted, as we seem to be at the moment, with some of these side issues.
Understood. But there's not many more rabbits you can pull out the hat, is there? I mean, taxes is zero on companies. You know, where do you go after this to get more people coming to the Isle of Man?
The circumstances surrounding the Isle of Man economy today are very different to what they were 25 years ago. 25 years ago, the Isle of Man was a basket case then, and we fought back bit by bit over that period to build one of the strongest economies in Europe. Those circumstances that we enjoyed then and the long period of benign world economic growth probably won't be with us again. The competition for new business is greater than it's ever been before. From the United Kingdom as well as from...
Which is quite bizarre, isn't it, to think that you're battling the UK, something you'd never think you'd be saying?
Absolutely. I've said on many occasions, you know, in the past the Isle of Man has been able to feed very comfortably on the crumbs from the cake. Now the UK want the crumbs as well as the cake, so it's going to be much more difficult for the island to battle, to identify these new niches. And also we need to recognise that the focus of the world economy is now starting to move east. There's greater focus on Asia and the business centres in Asia. So the Isle of Man has to reinvent itself again, and that's going to take a great deal of commitment, a great deal of hard work, and perhaps in some cases a degree of sacrifice to stimulate the growth that we need.